So today we're going to be talking about how you can splash colors in your decks for the Dragon Ball Z Super card game. Instead of making a video of just me talking to the camera and just laying out these concepts and not showing any examples, I'm going to apply a literal example, which is this blue-yellow Ginyu deck I've been playing. Additionally, we're going to reduce these concepts into 3 guiding principles. And these principles should be applied when you're attempting to splash colors in a way that's constructive. The first step before you know what color you want to splash is you need to commit to your theme. In this Ginyu deck, our goal is to place as many Ginyu Force characters as we can on the board, and then eventually build up an army that's strong enough to do a tempo shift that your opponent can't deal with. Anything that is against that strategy is eliminated. When you are constructing a theme and you're thinking about splashing a color, you want to make your concept as clear and concise as possible without adding any additional cards I'm going to have. Because the card pool right now is extremely limited, we are able to make the deck itself incredibly clear and concise. When you're trying to splash a color and you're focusing on that first initial theme, you want to commit 60% of your deck to that theme. A little bit over is okay, but 30 is the optimal number. When you are splashing additional theme and you have a few colors that go outside of your 30, they should be fulfilling a role that the 30 can't do. So Full Power Frieza, one of the few cards in the game that can stall out your opponent and waste resources. To round this up, you want to create a theme that's clear and concise as possible. Generally, you don't want to go over 30. Your next step is identifying what the problem within your main strategy is and filling that gap with whatever you want to splash with. In this case, one of the problems with this deck is that it doesn't really have any way of preventing your opponent from doing things in the late game. So everything here is designed to deal with problems, but also make you go faster. Assailant Vegeta and Vegeta Prince of Speed may not necessarily be the strongest combination when we're using Vegeta, but since the deck doesn't really have a way of creating card advantage that other archetypes like Frieza and Blue Vegeta have, we have to find a way to fill in that gap so we don't end up losing in the late game. Objection is in here so that we can accelerate our tempo. Because remember, since everything that we want to play in the Ginyu side is generally speaking in the first 2 or 3 turns, we want something that can help us go faster in case the game has to go into the 5th, 6th, 7th turns. Since yellow doesn't have any attack negates, we needed an attack negate, which is Mrs. Coercion. Keep in mind, everything here is not designed for you to play at the beginning of the game. So for instance, splashing a card like Boosted Boo might seem like a good idea because it extends your tempo, but remember, you don't want to play cards that are designed to be played in the first turn. You want cards that are in your deck that can be played relatively early, but definitely shine as the game progresses. For example, like Whis' Coercion, Beerus, Vegeta Prince of Speed. So in this step, you are filling your theme with things that it doesn't have in order to close the gap between what it does well and what it doesn't do well. Usually you want to play about 17 cards in this slot. You can go to 20. Finally, you want to be mindful of your curve. And what I mean by curve is your ability to play your higher cost cards as the game progresses. Something like Beerus, General Destruction, and Godbreak Son Goku may seem really alluring at first in a deck like this, but you also have to be mindful of your curve in regards to your theme. So with the Captain Ginyu deck, it's very difficult for it to sustain beyond turn 4 or 5. With that being said, you don't want cards that are late game bombs that require you to delve into your splashable color. The bombs should exist within your primary color. I hope explaining that was helpful for you in understanding how you could splash an additional color. If you have any questions or something that I may have said that isn't necessarily clear enough for you, feel free to comment wherever you see this video and I'll be sure to answer that. With that being said, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll post some more videos or something like that. I should also mention, feel free to also comment about certain things that you look for when you're splashing a color. Take care.